coach of cable.
Nice.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm real good.
Well,
How are
good.
you?
I am fantastic, but I'm improving.
I am
So,
10 days away from a wedding. 10
really?
days. 10 days away. My daughter gets married.
Huh.
Yes.
That's
So
that'll be
quite
good.
quite busy, to say the least.
Yeah, I would imagine. Um, so are you excited because she's getting out the house? Are you excited because you have the possibility of grandchildren? Uh,
Yeah, she's been out the house. So um but I will say yes. Like the guy, love the idea of grandchildren. I am ready to be a granddad. 100%.
okay. You'll be a good granddad. I still, I don't remember where I saw the picture, but I saw the picture of you with your calves the size of cantaloupes and a camouflage jacket holding a little tiny girl's hand wearing a pink, I think she was wearing pink, or she had a pink umbrella or something.
Yep, pink umbrella.
Yeah.
Trying out rain gear.
Uh-huh.
I have my
And
Gore-Tex on.
I think you were trying to get her to do a burpee or something, but Denise was saying leave that child alone. I don't know. I just, maybe I read that in.
Yeah, that was a
Um,
long time ago, man. You're hurting me. Hurting me.
yeah, it's time's going. Um, well, cool. Well, so where are they going on their honeymoon? Somewhere cool?
I have no idea. I
For
didn't
real?
ask.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, he's in the military, so I don't think they're able to do it immediately. So they're going
Okay.
to be probably going in the spring.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I'm glad they're getting hitched, and I hope you become a grandfather soon because I
Me
think you'll
too.
be a great grandpa.
I'm excited.
And Parker probably will want a child to play with, so who knows?
Yeah. So what are we going to talk about today, Jim?
So, Stu, we've got a few things to talk about. If I can find my oh good, I didn't lose my pen. We're going to talk about something that I think is important to the people that are listening here, and I want to straighten out a few things. So I don't normally do this, Stu, but I'm going to take the wheel without you for about 10 minutes because we'll probably turn this into a video that'll turn into something,
I
and
love it.
then we'll come back to Stu. All right, so here we go. Here's the truth. You can't make money with a book, but you can get rich. Now, what the heck am I talking about? What do I mean when I say you can't make money with a book, but you can get rich? Well, what I'm saying is that a book by itself can't actually make you any money. Why? Well, how much does a book sell for? A book, now if we're talking about a physical book, paperback, is going to sell for between 10 and 30 bucks. All right. A Kindle book is going to sell for between $3 and $10. That's the sweet spot that Amazon pays you a 70% royalty. An ebook you sell on your website just as an ebook is going to be anywhere from free to 20 bucks. Okay. Now, let's look at the Kindle book thing. 1,000 books. Let's say you sold 1,000 books. Amazon pays you a 70% royalty. Let's just keep the math easy. You're making between $2 and $7 per. Okay. So that means you're going to make between 2K and 7K for every 1,000 books you sell. And let me tell you what, selling 1,000 books is not easy. It's simple, but it's not necessarily easy. But what I want to talk to you about is the same effort that goes into selling these 1,000 books could give you 100 times that amount of profit. The thing is that I want you to understand is that this isn't much money, but it can be a whole lot of work. Now, let's keep going. So you might ask, well, Jim, on Amazon, what if I'm a bestseller? Because obviously bestsellers make money. Do you make money? Don't those bestsellers on Amazon actually make money? And the answer to that is no. because the average Amazon bestseller in a deep category, okay, not in a main category that like New York Times, people that have TV platforms and stuff like that go after. I'm talking about a deep category to be a #1 bestseller. You might only have to sell between 2 and 30 books in a day to be a #1 bestseller in a category. Now, the great thing is 2 books is not a lot to be a bestseller, but you can't get rich selling 2 books, whether you're a bestseller or not. So it really comes down to understanding the difference between awards and rewards. And these are two very important things to make the distinction between awards versus rewards. And before we get into how a book can actually make you rich, we got to understand the difference between awards and rewards. Now, an award is I'm an Amazon bestseller. I was an Amazon bestseller. And once you become an Amazon best-selling author, they can never take that away from you. So this gives you big time credibility. This makes you look like a smarty pants in front of everybody because your mom can brag that you're an Amazon bestseller. You can slap Amazon best-selling author on the front of all the books you do from here on out. That in and of itself doesn't make you any money. Rewards are real simple. I make a lot of money because of my book. So this is really the difference between you can't get rich with a book, but you can get rich because you have a book. So the big aha is we're not trying to make money with book sales. We're trying to make money because we have a book. We can make a whole lot more sales of other stuff. Now, we'll get to that in just a second. But in case you don't know who I am, my name is Jim Edwards. I've actually been selling ebooks online since before the turn of the century in 1997. I got written up in the New York Times as one of the first people ever anywhere on the face of this planet to actually sell an ebook. The funny thing is, from 1997 to 2001, I struggled to sell my book. I struggled to make money with my book, even though I was getting national and international press attention for the fact that I was writing ebooks and I had an ebook. Then in February of 2001, I created what we would now call a book funnel. And that's when I started actually making money with my book. Literally took my 40-page website. It had a press kit and all this other stuff on it. And I turned it into a book funnel. How? By creating an offer with my book at the center of it. I created an offer that included my book. And all of a sudden, I went from making a few $100 to making enough money to make a house payment, 2 car payments, and the electric bill payment. Why? Because I stopped selling books and I started making offers. So the bottom line is by the end, this was in February of 2001, by the end of 2001, I was having so much success and people were coming to me asking me, hey, how are you doing this? I actually started teaching other people to do what I was doing with my ebooks. And since then, I have helped literally tens of thousands and tens of thousands of people to understand how I do what I do. So, how do you make money because of a book? Well, I'm going to give you the steps right now. So, step one is to make your book part of an offer. So what did I do when I did my offer with my for sale boner book? I stopped selling the book and I made the book part of an offer, which meant you got the book to show you what to do. You got the sample forms pack that showed you samples of all the types of forms that you would need in order to sell your house. I actually offered a service with it to be able to put up a web page for you to use in your advertising to sell your house. And this was back in the day before there was no Zillow, there was nothing. I mean, getting a web page up was a big deal. So I made that part of my offer. I had additional training and checklists. I had a radio interview that I had done on how to get your home sold real quick. I had a special segment on there about how I was able to sell 2 homes myself in 30 days. And now all of a sudden, this was an offer that instead of trying to sell the book for 20 bucks, I was selling for as much as $100. Now, back in 2001, $100 was $100. Now $100 is not even dinner at a Mexican restaurant for 4 people. So the bottom line is I did step one, which was to make my book part of an offer. Then what we do, step two, is you have to have a book funnel. Now, what is a funnel? A funnel is basically a way of making multiple offers in sequence to somebody so that you're able to offer them maximum value while extracting maximum profit. So, for example, with my book, Copywriting Secrets, which has sold well over 100,000 copies all over the world, which is a lot. How were we able to take a book that we were basically giving away for free at copywritingsecrets.com and turn that into millions and millions of dollars? Why? Because we offered the book for free, which you don't have to do. This is just a free book offer, but we offered the book for free. You just had to pay shipping and handling. And then we offered the audio book version, the expanded audiobook version, as an order bump. So before you checked out, you had the offer for that. Then after you checked out, we made an offer for my story selling course. And then whether you said yes or no to that, we also made an offer for my copywriting software. And so the total of all this stuff together, you had the potential of spending upwards of $1,000. So what that means is when you spread out, some people bought this, some people took this, some people took this, and a few people took this. But what ended up happening was we were making on average about $60 every time we gave away a book. What does that mean? Well, if you compare that with your 1,000 sales, making anywhere between $2 and $7, that's 2K to 7K versus 1,000 times 60, that's $60,000. That means that I had money to spend on advertising, for scaling, and for ramping this thing up through the roof. So by making the book part of a funnel, we could make a bunch of money. So my question to you is, would you rather try and sell books and make 2 to 7K? Now, granted, this is before ads because you ain't going to do this without doing ads. So that's why nobody can profitably advertise a Kindle book using Facebook ads or social media and all this other stuff. They're banging their head against a wall because there's no money in the Kindle book by itself. There's no money in a print book by itself. The book has got to be part of an offer. Once you have a great offer, then step three, and my penmanship's really going to crap. All right. Just know that that says step. Okay. What you got to do is put that offer in front of a hungry audience. Put it out there in front of a whole bunch of people. But the cool thing is, if you got an offer, you actually have money to pay to run ads, or you have money coming in to support your effort of going out and doing social media, doing paid ads, getting into groups, working with influencers, going after affiliates. The bottom line is, though, is that no offer equals no money, but an offer equals money. Now, specifically, what kinds of stuff can you put in your offer? Well, there's a ton of different things you can do. You don't have to do a course and you're like, well, Jim, that was easy for you because you had software. Fine. You can offer courses, you can offer personal coaching, you can offer group coaching, you can offer critiques, you can offer live events, workshops, retreats, masterminds, you can offer done for you, done with you services, you can offer related tools. You can even factor in an affiliate offer into this. So literally you could create a funnel where the back end offer for your book is something that you're selling of somebody else's for an affiliate commission, or you could license it from them. You can sell blueprints, you can sell templates, you can sell workbooks based on your book, you can sell subscriptions, membership sites, paid community, you can do free speaking gigs, you can do fee speaking gigs. And the interesting thing is, with a free speaking gig, you get up in front of an audience, you speak for free, as long as they'll let you pitch one of the things I just listed off. So pitching your course, your software, whatever it is. There's so many things that you can do to make money because you have a book, but you're not going to make money with the actual book. So the bottom line is, we need to redefine what a best seller actually is. What does it mean to have a best seller? It's not putting it up on Amazon or putting it out there on the web and thinking that you're going to get uber rich by just making sales by somebody else doing the work. Okay. But the cool thing is that once you get this thing set up and running, it's like a jet plane. Expends a bunch of fuel getting off the ground, but once it's up and cruising, it can take you around the world in style. So I'm not poo-pooing this. This is in the basis of my business for almost 30 years. All right. So I'm not poo-pooing it. I love it. Number one, you got to target your audience. Who? Define that rabid, hungry audience up front. That's a huge key. Okay. Number two, create a book that solves a huge problem. If I could spell, it'd be amazing. A huge problem, not a little problem. It's like I talk about, nobody ever asked the ambulance driver, hey, how much, I just cut off my arm with a chainsaw. How much is this ride to the hospital going to cost me? People comparison shop for Band-Aids. They ride the ambulance and pay big bucks when they have a huge problem like a severed limb. Huge problem after you've defined your target audience. Three, make your book part of an offer. Again, if I asked you right now in your head, how much does a book cost? 10 to 30 bucks. A physical book, 10 to 30 bucks. How much is a Kindle book? 3 to 10. How much is an ebook on somebody's website? Anywhere from free to 30 bucks. But how much is an offer that is a combination of a bunch of stuff that solves a huge problem for a target audience? Always, always worth more than a book by itself. Make your book part of an offer. Don't be lazy. 4, set up a funnel. Set up a mechanism so that you can make multiple offers to somebody around this book. Just like the easiest one to do, book, you can sell it, give it away free plus shipping. You can do it as an ebook. It doesn't matter. Got the book, got the audio book, got a course, and then you got some kind of a tool or coaching all in sequence to maximize that value. All of a sudden, you've gone from a $20 ebook all the way to making a multi-hundred or multi-thousand-dollar offer of coaching on the back. Step 5, put it in front of the hungry audience. And if you're making an offer for more than just 20 bucks, now you've got the potential with money to work for, to run ads, to pay for your time, to do the promotion, to hang in there long enough to make this thing actually work. And then the sixth step is to move these people that you bring in up your value ladder. So the value ladder is a sequence now. Once they bought in that book funnel, now you move them up the value ladder to your courses, your subscription, your high ticket coaching, your high ticket one-on-one coaching, your live events, all that stuff. That's how you turn a humble book into the basis of an amazing, profitable business. That has been the core of how we've done this for years and decades. Okay. And the cool thing is, it has never been easier than now to create that book. My first book took me 4 years to write. My most recent book took me about 8 hours of total effort to put together. So I'm Jim Edwards. If this interests you, find out more. We've got lots of resources and lots of tools to help you to be able to do this. But bottom line is, this is how you get rich because of a book, because that book is part of a best selling offer. Love to help you do more. Check us out. All righty, dighty, Mr. Stu.
Nice work, Jim.
Let's thank you, sir. Let's talk about this. That was about 20 minutes just to clue everybody in who's on the copyingcontent.ai report. I'm going to slice and dice that, pull that out, put that up on the YouTubes, maybe put that in the newsletter, do some stuff with it, and really just see if that resonates with people and makes them want to do some stuff with us. So that's why it's kind of, now we pull back the curtain and explain what we're doing. But give me your thoughts on that, Stu, everything I said, how that relates to your business, what you've done, and all that good stuff.
Yes. I mean, I will say this. I make a good chunk of money selling books.
Mm-hmm.
However, I now make more money not selling books.
Okay.
So I have evolved. I was, you know, pumping out, content in book and ebook format for years and doing well. I still do well enough on Amazon for them to pay me more than I pay them every month.
What?
I get royalties from Amazon that outperform how much I'm buying from Amazon.
Oh, okay. All the crap. Okay, so it's the dueling computers. It's the
Yes.
Terry's in there spending the money on Amazon, and Jim's in here
Yes.
trying to make the money from Amazon to offset the money being spent on Amazon, with the FedEx and the UPS guys showing up as late as 10 o'clock at night right now because it's the holidays.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So,
Okay.
I now look at books and ebooks more as just an additional revenue stream,
Mm-hmm.
and having them up on Amazon, having them up on my site, having to that. But then I have an offer in all of them that sends people to online coaching,
Right.
and that has made all the difference.
And you have group coaching and one-on-one coaching, and you have
Yes.
high ticket coaching now as well. Because
High
someone,
ticket coaching and membership site.
yeah.
There's a whole lot of options for people to add on with that.
But when I first met you 12 years ago ish, 12, 13 years ago, you were pretty much, you had the one level of PT club and you had books. And I
Yes,
think
that was it.
you had a yearly membership, like $100 a year thing that people, it was basically
A
your
newsletter,
newsletter.
basically. People
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
bought newsletters. Yeah.
So you got bit by that bug of making that extra money.
Yeah, it worked.
And, interestingly enough, and this is one of the articles that I in my one of the articles that I published or will be publishing. I've written it lately, talking about people are always hungry for the next offer. People that are paying attention to you are always hungry for the next offer, and if you don't have something for them, they're going to go spend their money with somebody else. So when you think about having, you know, that's why the value ladder is so important, because your core offer might be right here, where this is the big one that you're spending all your ads on, and you got all your vids that are pointing at this, and your books are pointing at this. But what do you got for people after they buy this? Unless this is continuity where they're paying you every single month, once they bought that core offer, once they bought that book, once they bought that course or whatever, you better have something else for them to buy, or they're going to go spend their money with somebody else because they
Yeah.
got money burning a hole in their pocket and they want to spend it. So that's the combination of having that core offer, those offers, but then also having that value ladder built out is important. And
100%, Jim.
so why don't we jump over onto a couple of genies, and I'd love to let's take a book and let's brainstorm an offer for the book. Now, you've just published your most recent book. I can see it over your right shoulder. It's called The Ageless Athlete.
Yes. Did I
Now,
mail you one?
no.
I did not. I emailed you one, but I did not mail you one. Yes, that is correct.
See, I need to have your stuff so I can hold up your books. And I'm a terrible person because I should just buy them and not expect
I
them.
I will send you one. Happy
Um,
to.
so the bottom line is, have you come up with an offer for the ageless athlete? Have you come up with a package deal for that?
No, not really.
Well, you know what,
I,
Steve?
I've done launches
Mhm.
and so it's in the still in the first month, so I've been, selling the crap out of it, but I haven't added it to any other offer or
Okay.
added another offer to it, I should say.
Or made it an offer? Okay.
Right.
So let's play a game real quick. All right, just for grins. Let's head over here to dun 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 the offer brainstorm genie.
Hmm.
And let's see what it might be able to give us. Oh, look at this. Navy SEAL background fitness. Oh, you like how I do that? All right. So we're going to do a couple things just for grins. All right. I've recently published a book called The Ageless Athlete, which is aimed at former and current athletes who are over the age of 50, who want to maintain an athletic and active lifestyle, but also need to take into account the realities of an aging body so they can avoid injury and maintain flexibility, strength, and athleticism in later years. Is that accurate so far?
Yes.
Okay. So now what we want to do is, or wait, here we go. Here's my background. I'm looking for offer suggestions I can use in conjunction with my latest book so that I can take it from being a $30 physical book to at least a $200 comprehensive offer. Does that sound cool? Does that sound like something you'd like to
I
do,
like
Stu?
it.
Okay.
Sounds like it's going to work.
So now this is gonna just brainstorm an offer stack. Let's see how this does. Okay. I don't think I've ever tried it like that before, so hopefully it'll kick butt. And then we'll ask it for creative stuff, but I just want to see what it comes up with based on that. Ageless Athlete Mastery Program. I like it already, Stu.
Hmm. Okay.
Um,
I'm listening.
Rediscover your athletic potential, a step-by-step system to thrive with strength, flexibility, and endurance past 50 in just 30 minutes a day. Ooh. The Ageless Athletes
Okay.
Fundamentals course, monthly live Q&A with the author,
Nice.
recovery protocol, fitness and mobility workshops, community membership, workout journal. Huh. Those are kind of cool. I mean, does anybody really use a workout journal?
I mean, I do.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I write down everything I do, and I've been doing it like that for 25 years.
Right. Well, I guess
Yeah.
I kind of have that because I take the workouts you send me and just write what I do on the actual workout, and then
There you go.
they're in a 3-ring binder. I mean, I sort of do that.
I would count that.
Uh, is some of this stuff already in the book, like the
Um,
fundamentals? You could do. Would you do a? You could do like a live Q&A each month. That'd be kind of cool.
yeah, I should do that. In fact, I've had people because I do a live Q&A for twice a week,
Yeah.
but I want one just for 50 and over.
I would actually watch that. I'm not interested
Yeah.
in what you have to say for the kids that are trying to get X-ray contracts,
Yep.
but I'd be very interested. I would actually get on that. I'm
Yeah.
being 100% serious. Like
Yeah, I
like
agree.
I like ask, and you could talk about things like motivation, nutrition, weight loss, weight maintenance, balancing work, family life, burnout, all these things. I just gave you a list of all the things that I struggle with all the time. I mean, you could almost turn
Understand.
into a little therapy session. And the thing is, the guys and gals over 50, unlike the kids, which who pretty much have no money,
Right.
you could. I, I'm being 100% serious. Like, I would pay $50 a month to be part of the ageless athlete,
Okay.
whatever that is. If you
Mm.
had a weekly call and a little support group I mean, if you had a weekly call and a little support group, or where people could just kind of encourage each other and post their workouts each day, and just even post an accountability, I got it done today. Dude, I would be a part of that in a
I
heartbeat.
like it.
Just and that's genuine, because sometimes I feel very alone here working out,
Oh yeah, it's
and
hard by
it'd be
yourself.
nice to know that other dudes were doing it. So
Yeah.
anyway, um this would be kind of cool. Expert interviews. If you had an interview with a fitness, or not Stu, you should do an interview with a fitness expert. You should, but like if you did nutrition, a
Yeah, have
weight,
nutritionist on. Yep. Yep. Yep.
weight management,
Yep. Oh, I
motivation,
love it.
that kind of stuff. That could be huge. So let's
Yes.
ask for some more creative thoughts. Um, ooh, some reasons to act now. And let us know in the comments, is this helpful to see this? Did you enjoy my little rant there about how to make money with a book? Let us know. Personalized mobility assessment session, fitness blueprint, ageless athlete, community access, monthly Q&A with fitness experts, quick recover. Ooh, this might be something to really talk about. Quick recovery protocol, anyway, because sometimes, I mean, the interesting thing is, if you don't work out for a week, or if you knock off, it's the next week you're like, your body's like, bro, have you ever
Oh,
worked out before? Have you ever
yeah.
run? Have you ever lifted? Have you ever done a pull-up? um I'll tell you something else I'd be interested in, honestly. I mean, this is real feedback from like a real customer. Muscle mass, how to maintain muscle mass as a male, after, because it's starting, I can see that it's starting to disappear a little bit.
Yes.
And once it's gone, I don't, well, can I get it back? Is it going to disappear? Are my joints going to hurt forever? Am I never going to be able to do another pull up? Is this it? Is this the end? You see what I'm saying?
I do.
Injury prevention toolkit. I love that. I mean, if you did a whole thing on injury prevention, I would love to watch a training on injury prevention. Just all the little stuff that we've talked about in the past, like, 80's the new 100, and that last rep is the one that's gonna hurt you. Um,
Yeah, that's a big
it's
one.
not, it's max minus one, not max plus one.
Mm,
All these things are, if it was all in one spot and it was reinforced. I'm serious, dude. I'm being 100% serious right now. You'd at least have one customer in me. I would show up. Okay.
nice.
Nutrition guide, probably not. That's terrible. But and again, if you had 100 people paying, I mean, this is where the math works. If you had 100 people paying you $50 a month, that's an extra $60,000 a year. And if it was only taking you 1 hour a week or 1 hour every other week, it was like, the first and third Friday, the old guys get together for coffee, and I talk, we do Q&A about injury and motivation and other stuff like that. And then there's the little group, and everybody, the whole point of the group is an accountability group. The number one thing, this is where you ask questions, and every day you post, I got it done. Everybody's, you got my workout done, I'm doing it. This is, just encouraging each other. Even 100 people in there, you'd have 30 that would be semi active and 10 people that would be super active. But dude, you're talking,
Yeah.
let's say 6 hours extra work a month for $6,000. Would you like to get paid $1,000 an hour? And out of that group, there's going to be people that are going to matriculate up into the higher echelons of your online coaching. So
Sure.
anyway, I'm just saying,
No,
I've
I
never.
like it. Those are some serious offers, and that's why I like to do value ladder drills, just because I get so many new ideas.
um Annual fitness retreat. Anyway, that's a good use of the offer brainstorm genie. Okay, looking at your book, not from the standpoint of I'm selling a book, but hey, here's my book, here's my background, here's the thing. So let me save this. Stu Ageless Athlete Book Offer Brainstorming Ideas. Hey, I broke down over Black Friday and paid for that app. Like, they had a lifetime deal for $119 for that dictation app. So now it stays on and it goes across different tabs and other stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
But I want to try it without. I'm going to try it with just this. Just the thing about the book. I just want to see what if it makes any difference. Because what I'm noticing with some of the genies now, as the engine is maturing and getting better, sometimes less is more, if that makes sense.
Huh?
So sometimes you can over program it. Uh, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. Are you going to be
Yes.
doing that thing? Are you only going to do this for guys, or is it for anyone?
Anyone?
Okay, good. I'm not a big fan of the I'm just going to be honest. I'm not a
The
big
men's
fan of the
club?
stuff, or the women's club. It's
I agree.
it's the us club.
Why
It's
why cut your market in half?
well,
You
yeah.
know.
And I think everybody can learn from one another rather than isolating and dividing further, but that's just me.
True.
Um, okay, and so then the value ladder, Genie, this is where you're going to put in all the goodies, okay, about you and your ideal customer and all that stuff. And then that's going to give you ideas for a true value ladder as opposed to just assembling it. Um, I'm going to do something real quick and see if I have your stuff in here. So let's put in Stu, mobility avatar. We'll do that. And let's see if I got Stu's profile. You know, if I ever wanted to impersonate you, I could probably do it pretty
Oh
easy.
yeah.
I've done all that stuff. Um, and I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna put this in as the specific product type. And I'm looking for standard ideas. And I'm going to scoot all the way down to the bottom here. I just want to see what it does by overloading it. Um, and see, because now what this one does, I like the other one with the offer where it's trying to make your book part of the offer. Now what this is going to do is create an entire suggestions for an entire value ladder, starting with free lead gen all the way up to high ticket. So a free lead gen idea, webinar series, ageless movement, strategies for lifelong athleticism, top 10 mobility exercises for athletes over 50. That would be a really good, maybe. Well, don't know.
I like it.
Um, Foundations, ageless athlete fitness tracker, knee, personalized coaching program for 3 months. You're already doing that. But it's like if you took the PT club and just rebranded it as this is what we'll do, because PT club is in 12-week increments, right?
Yes.
So if you had basically it's PT club, but you use the words that it's PT club for the ageless athlete. It's I'm going to show you specifically same thing you do for everybody. You do an assessment, you
Yeah,
figure it
sure.
out, you have them do a test, and then and then they give it back, and then you create 12 weeks. But in this case, it's for the ageless athlete. So instead of just offering generic PT club, it's ageless athlete PT club.
You know what I've done in the past? I've done that with the FBI thing. I had a special PT club for just FBI agents because
Uh-huh.
it was such a big market
Okay.
and still is.
And did it
Um,
work?
uh, yeah, I say it would attract people to the PT club that were looking for FBI workouts.
Okay.
So I think it's definitely onto something. You know, just how like I have all the different book titles,
Uh-huh.
right? I could just do the same thing with the PT club.
There you go.
Spec Ops PT club, weight loss PT club, 50 and over PT club.
Right.
No, I like that.
I wouldn't get too many of them, but those
Yeah,
three.
3 or
But
4. Yeah.
and then like this ageless athlete retreat, the weekend workshop thing. Um, I'm thinking to myself as a customer, would I come to something like that? And I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
I'm with you. I don't know if I would.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but anyway,
Yeah. I've done conferences where I put on like a tactical fitness conference,
uh-huh.
and those were popular.
There you
So
go.
you never know. It may have
Well,
some leg to it.
it you know what? It just comes down to the result. What is the
Yeah.
result that you're promising that they're going to get from being at the event? And
Yes.
if the result is appealing enough, and if the promised mechanism of what they're going to get at the event is appealing enough, people will come from all around the world.
Mm, true.
And I know this from personal experience with doing the gym boat and other stuff like that. If the promise is strong enough and they believe and the result that is appealing enough and all that stuff and how you're going to do it, people will come. They just will. Um, so people are asking some interesting stuff. How about sarcopenia reversal or prevention PT club? I don't even know what
Ooh.
that is. Do you know what that is?
Um, yeah, this definitely has something to do with the back. I don't know
Okay.
enough about it to create a PT club.
There you go.
You know,
So,
usually muscle loss and yeah, it's just yeah,
I mean, the other thing
everything
you could do, I'll tell
aging.
you, Deborah said something about Stu could also have someone who does quality supplements, an expert like Dr. Gundry or Dr. Berg. That is something that's interesting too. That you know, when you're young, you do a couple supplements like, oh, get some protein powder, oh,
Yeah.
and but now when you get older, it's like, you know, better living through science and chemicals. Is that stuff legit or is it a waste? You know, is taking a handful, you know, you see those guys walking around, you think they got their fishing tackle box with them until you realize that it's, you know, pills,
Sup
and
damn.
they got their tackle box of supplements. That would be something I'd be interested in too, though. Would be to get, if you could put somebody out that would really talk about the realities of supplements, what's BS, what's real, what's legit, the kinds of tests that you can go get taken, why the blood tests and stuff as you get older. It's like, you know, your doctor does blood tests and they say you're in the normal range, but the normal range is like this wide. And on the other side of this one's death. And on the other side of this one's death. But the range is so wide, you could be all the way over here. And it's like, oh, you're fine. And then one percentage more. And it's like you stepped out in front of a beer truck. That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
Um,
I have a couple of really good PhD nutritionists that have been on my regular show,
uh-huh.
but we could definitely focus it on the 50-year-old and
Are they
over.
boring? Or are they
No,
actually
they're really good.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's this, dude. I'm 100% like, I'll pay for this. I
No,
mean,
that's
like,
really good.
no, I mean, like, seriously, I'll pay for it. I want this. I want to be a part of a community where I'm not, you know, I'm not Jim Edwards. Nobody wants anything from me. I'm just a dude who's working out and we're all in this together and encouraging one another.
Yeah, I like that.
So, you know, I'm just saying. Cool. Well, that's what we got for today, guys. Um, Ooh, Anna asked, do you have to have the value ladder done prior to publishing? You should have your value ladder defined, but you're not going to have the value ladder done. In fact, we did an entire training yesterday. These days feel like weeks sometimes. But one of the things that I talked about inside of copying content, we did the value ladder crash course, which some people told me is one of the best courses they've ever seen me do because it was 58 minutes long and it got right to it. Man, I hit it boom, 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 boom. So if you're not a member of copying content yet, you should be, because then you can go in and check out that course on value ladders. But to answer your question, you don't have to have it done, but you sure ought to have it defined because that's going to give you the big picture. It's going to give you the ability to project in the future, and you're going to be able to know what you should be working on next. Then the other question someone might ask is, can I have more than one value ladder? And the answer is absolutely yes, but I suggest focusing on just one until you get that really humming and maximized. I'm still focusing on pretty much just one, have been for 30 years.
Yeah.
The other question you might ask is, do I have to start at the bottom? Nope. Once you define that value ladder, you might decide to yourself, hey, you know, decide, you know, where I am in my business right now. It actually makes more sense for me to start with some sort of a coaching offer, get that up and running because of the contacts I have, because of where I'm in my business or any of that good stuff. I can maximize a coaching offer and then I'll create the book later.
Hmm.
So understanding that value ladder is key to this entire process.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's pretty much all I got. Brad says that was a great course on value ladders yesterday. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Appreciate that. All right. Well, I'm Jim Edwards.
I'm Stu Smith.
And if you're not a member of copyandcontent.ai, you should be, because we got some amazing stuff coming up. And when I say amazing, I mean flipping amazing. So join us now before the price goes up again. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.